bonjour à tous. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ian Miller and I'll be your moderator for today. Before we
Recording
begin,
in progress.
please note that this press conference includes simultaneous and interpretation and sign language interpretation. It is available in either full French or full English. If you're watching live, you can find our stream in each language on YouTube. Simply search our channels at City of Ottawa or Ville d'Ottawa. A note to media outlets joining us on Zoom, if you would like audio interpretation, click on interpretation, the globe icon in the bottom menu, then you can select your preferred language. You can ask your questions in the language of your choice. Today, we will be hearing remarks from Mayor Marc Sackler and René Amelkar, General Manager of Transportation Services Department. Available to answer questions from the media, we also have Councillor Glenn Gower, Chair of the Transit Commission, Troy Charter, Director of Transit Service Delivery and Rail Operations, Matt Peters, Acting Director of Engineering Services, Nicholas Truchon, Chief Executive Officer of Rideau Transit Group, Enrique Martinez, General Manager of Rideau Transit Maintenance, and Danielle Robert, Vice President of Transportation Resource Associates. At this time, I would like to invite His Worship, Mayor Marc Sackler, to say a few words.
Merci. Bonjour tout le monde. Good afternoon, everyone. Je suis heureux que le service
I'm very pleased to see service restored this morning on the full length of the Confederation line from Blair to Thunney's Pasture. Throughout the last 4 weeks, we've been following the principles of safety and transparency, and now we are finally able to have service across the entire line. But of course, the most important work continues. It's critically important that OC Transpo and the members of the consortium continue to work together on the permanent solutions that will ensure we have the consistently safe, reliable service that our customers expect and deserve. So today, I think it's important to reiterate the commitment we have to finding those solutions.
I was pleased to see service restored this morning on the full length of the Confederation line from Blair to Tunney's Pasture. Throughout the last 4 weeks, we have been following the principles of safety and transparency, and now we are finally able to have service across the entire line. But of course, the most important work continues. It's critically important that OC Transpo and the members of the consortium continue to work together on the permanent solutions, the solutions that will ensure we have the consistently safe and reliable service that our customers expect and that they deserve. So today, I think it's important to reiterate the commitment to finding those solutions. It's also been essential during this process to listen to our customers. OC Transpo has taken a number of steps to adapt to customer needs over the past 4 weeks, including the R1 Express service. And I'm pleased to announce today that based on your feedback, we will continue operating express bus service in addition to Line 1. This express service will run in both directions, between Blair and downtown and between Tunney's Pasture and downtown. Many of our customers have been asking for this, and we're happy to provide this improved and enhanced level of service to respond to your requirements. I want to thank OC Transpo customers and all Ottawa residents again for your patience. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but the team at the city and at OC Transpo remain committed to delivering the permanent solutions so we can finally have the light rail service that we all expect. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. And I'll turn it over now to René Amelkar.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Maire. Bon après-midi, tout le monde.
Hello, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here with you. It's a very good day today because we were able to reestablish service.
I'm happy to share that safe and fully accessible Line 1 service between Tunney's Pasture and Blair stations launched successfully this morning. It continues to operate well. I want to thank our customers for their patience over the last 28 days. I know this disruption has been difficult and that you rely on OC Transpo. Our entire team is focused on delivering the reliable service you expect. I am happy to see our customers back on our trains getting to locations across our beautiful city. For the rest of August, customers can expect Line 1 to operate every 4 to 5 minutes during the morning and afternoon peak periods. The rest of the day and on weekends, Line 1 service will operate every 6 minutes. We will also provide additional trains ready to launch during the busiest times if needed to accommodate customer volumes. Throughout the past month, we have listened to you and have acted quickly to respond to your feedback. We continue to hear you and act upon what customers are telling us. We also want to be more proactive. That's why I'm very happy to tell you that this is why tomorrow we will be starting a new Shuttle Express service. We heard from many customers about how much they liked the Aron Express. The Shuttle Express, a new brand, service will be similar to the Aron Express, providing direct to and from downtown service during rush hours. This is an enhanced shuttle, as it will run between Tunis Pasteur Station and downtown, as well as Blair Station and downtown. Shuttle Express will operate every 10 minutes, Monday to Friday from 6:30 to 9 in the morning and to 3 to 6 in the afternoon. From the east, Shuttle Express will run from Blair Station to downtown in the morning with stops at Mackenzie King Bridge and on Albert Street. In the evening, the Shuttle Express will travel on Slater Street with stops at Mackenzie King Bridge and onto Blair Station. From the west, Shuttle Express will operate in the mornings from Tunis Pasteur Station to downtown with service on Slater Street and Mackenzie King Bridge. And in the afternoons, it will run from downtown with service on Mackenzie King Bridge and on Albert Street to Tunis Pasteur Station. This will be a service for customers during the busiest times of the day because they asked for it. I'm also happy to share that we have also finalized the fall light rail service plans. Customers can expect that we will have 13 single car trains operating every 4 minutes during peak periods. The remainder of the day and on weekends, 11 single car trains will run every 5 minutes. This service level will begin on August 27th. This frequency, supplemented by the Shuttle Express, will accommodate anticipated customer volumes. I'm hopeful that ridership will be high this fall. If that happens, we will also consider bringing back double car trains during peak periods. As we said last week, future updates will be presented at the Transit Commission. In October, we will be bringing a full report on the axle bearing root cause analysis and further information on issues related to freezing rain and lightning strikes. This report will include technical reports, including research results from the National Research Council and Transportation Safety Board. Before I conclude, I want to thank our media partners for their support in getting information out to our customers. Thank you for your questions and for joining us at all of our media availabilities. To our customers, again, thank you for your patience. Aux usagers, encore une fois.
Now to users, thank you for your patience.
To my staff and partners, RTG, RTM, Alstom, TRA, kudos. We have overcome this challenge and we will continue to work together to improve service for our residents. I look forward to seeing you on Line 1 every day. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Renee. I will now ask invite each media agency to ask their questions. You may ask one question and one follow-up to start. So we'll start with Liam Fox from Canadian Press.
Hi there, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So my question is about if the disruptions to line 1 have had any effect on the opening of line 2, and if there's an updated timeline on that.
Thank you very much for the question. We will have a LRT subcommittee on August 29th, and we will be able to provide all the details about this Trillium line.
Sure. Has it impacted anybody, like your resources working on getting line 1 back in service? Has that impacted the progress at all, though?
The short answer is no. However, we will have a little bit delay on the training, but we think that we can accommodate, and we'll have more info, as I said, during the LRT subcommittee on August 29th.
Okay, thanks. And I just have another question about, do you have any data sets so far for how long or your wait times are for the trains? I know you said the goal is between 4 to 6 minutes, but have you got information on that?
I'm not sure if I understand the question. Maybe Troy can rely on you. Troy, do you know this? Troy will answer to you.
Yeah, I can answer that question. Yeah, no, when the trains are in operation, they're operating at the established frequencies that we established, so that we've communicated. So there's no concerns there. The trains are running that that 4 to 6 minutes depending on the number of trains in service. So, but the frequency is there as we've communicated.
Okay, thank you.
Next, we'll go to Avantika Anand from CBC Ottawa.
Thank you. These shuttle express buses, how many of them are going to be running, and can we expect this to be a permanent service in the city?
Thank you for the question. So we will try to have those express because we have heard our customers, right? And I think it's a good thing to at least bring that, and that will be very, very another kind of good service that we can provide for our customers. And we'll use it will be every 10 minutes. So it will depend on the traffic. So that will mean we will need a little some buses to face with the traffic, or less buses if we don't have any traffic. So far, so good now. We'll test it tomorrow, and we will be able to share with you for sure the result. But it's a very, very good news for our customers.
I'm sorry, just to clarify, is this going to be a permanent service that we see in the city, or is the service coming with an end date?
Thank you. For now, it's a minimum until the end of this year, and we'll come back if we think we have to adjust.
Thank you. For my follow-up question, I was wondering, right now we're seeing single car trains running. When will we see all double car trains providing full service?
Thank you very much again. So I think, with this issue, we have to take it as an opportunity, because the system has been built to either have single car or double cars. And we used to operate only with double because it was like that. And now with the ridership, we don't have any reason to do so. So when we will need to run double car, we'll run them for sure. And during the fall, as I said, I wish that the ridership will be increased, and we will. If we need, we will bring double cars, and if we don't need, we will continue to run single car.
Perfect. And next we will go to CBC Radio.
Yes, hi, I believe that's me. Bonjour, Radio-Canada probablement. Désolé, j'ai oublié de mettre le média.
I'm sorry, I forgot to put the media outlet in the name. I have the same question as the one you just answered. Could you answer it in French this time, please? Single car trains. Why are you not running double car trains? Wouldn't that improve the speed of the service? Could you answer that question, please, in French? Thank you for your question. I've already explained in English that we have to use this as an opportunity. The system was designed to have double or single car trains. We have to meet the needs of our passengers. And we think that with single car trains, we'll be able to meet those needs. And if we see that ridership is up, we'll put double car trains back on the tracks. But we think that single car trains will be enough for the fall as well. Question for the Shuttle Express. Is that a permanent solution or is there an end date? Thank you for your question. At least until the end of the year for the time being. And we'll see what the user rates are, what the ridership is, but at least until the end of the year, and then we'll see. Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Ted Raymond from CTV Ottawa.
Hi there, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. My first question is for both Madame Emilcar and Mayor Sutcliffe. I'd like to hear from both of you on this. Why should riders trust that the system won't break down again? A lot of people are still skeptical about this. So what's different now that they should be able to get on? Why should they trust it?
Mr. Mayor, you go first.
Why don't you go first, Renee, since this
Thank
is, partly that I think the technical side of it is the most important part of this.
Thank you very much. So first, I want to say, yes, we will have other issue with the train. It's like that around the world. Don't even think that we won't never have any problem anymore. The thing is, with the bearing problem, the issue that we have, at least now, we just finished to work on the medium fix, but the final fix is coming. Alstom is working on a redesign, and we'll continue to work with RTG to put in place the top of the rail lubrification. So we will definitively correct this problem permanently. However, unfortunately, we will need to have other problems. And I'm working very hard with my team, with my partners, to make sure that we can either be proactive on those problems or we can react very, very quickly, but we'll always put safety first.
C'est possible en français, s'il vous plaît, cette réponse, s'il vous plaît?
Absolument, ça me fait plaisir. Donc, dans un premier temps, il y aura toujours des
First of all, there will always be problems. There's always going to be breakdowns. That's not unique to Ottawa. It happens across the world. However, the problem we have with the bearing is a problem that we're finally resolving once and for all. We're working on a permanent solution. And what we've done really was an intermediary solution. And we're working with RTG on applying lubrification to the surface of the rails. That should work well. And then after that, we have to take proactive measures in terms of maintenance. That's what we'll do. We have to see how we do that. And that's what we're working on now. Thank you.
So just to add to Renee's response to Ted's question, I think trust doesn't come from words. It doesn't come from anything we say during this news conference. I think it comes from the behavior that customers and Ottawa residents will witness. So I think what residents and customers have seen over the last 4 weeks, while they've been frustrated at the lack of service, I think they've been encouraged by the fact that we are being transparent about what's going on. There have been daily media briefings that have shared all the information that's available every single day. And I think they've been encouraged, based on the feedback I've heard, that we are finally working on the permanent solutions. And trust will come when people see the trains running safely and reliably over a period of time, and when they learn more information about the permanent solutions that are coming. It will take time to rebuild trust, and I think we understand that, but it will come not because of something we say, but because of the reliability of the service. And when people see that it is a safe and reliable service, and that all the appropriate safety measures are being taken, and all of the steps required to redesign and improve the system are underway, then I think they will trust the service again.
Si possible en français, Monsieur Sutcliffe.
Oui. Alors, je pense que
In
la
French, Mayor, well, I think that trust in the system will be something that will come when people see the performance of the system, when it's seen to be safe and reliable. I don't think that it's our words that are important. No, it's really our actions that speak volumes. Once the system is safe and reliable, and once Ottawa residents and OC Transpo users realize that there's a plan in place to improve the service and to find permanent solutions, well, I think it's at that point that trust will come back. Thank you very much.
Do you have a follow-up question?
I do, yes. My question is on the R1 para service that was offered for a little bit during the shutdown. I'm curious if you have any data on how many people used it and the feedback you got about it, and is that coming back? Because you're bringing back these shuttles, or you're expanding the R1 Express. It's R1 para coming back or staying, or what are you doing with that? And how many people used it?
Thank you for the question. I will rely on Troy for this data because I know that we had 7, 8 people last weekend in total. Maybe we had some during this weekend. The thing is, the shuttle that we had put in place, when we have the shuttle in place, for sure, it's other clientele that we cannot serve. And the thing is, we were able to accommodate para because we opened the same-day booking. The same-day booking is something that I know that para customers are looking for, and I have heard them as well, and we're working on that. That will take a little bit of time because that will take a lot of money. I'm not saying we won't do anything because I know that it's important for them, and they have said that so many times. So we will see what we can do, and I've received an invitation from an advocacy group, and I want to hear and I want to see how we can better work together to see what we can do. But for today, the short answer is no, we won't have 2 shuttles para waiting because the line 1 is fully accessible, which is great, and it's available for them.
Maintenant, Antoine Trappenet de Le Droit.
Bonjour, Madame Amelkar.
Hello, Ms. Amilcar. My question is for you. By continuing the express service at least until the end of the year, don't you think it sends the message that you're perhaps foreseeing another extended shutdown of line 1? Or if that's not the case, why do you intend to keep it running until the end of the year? I know this is what passengers have asked for, but the end of the year is in just a couple of months' time. Thank you very much for your question. It's an excellent question that you've asked. I have colleagues around the world who are working on creating a mass transit system as well. And very often they have a parallel bus service at the same time. So that's what we're doing here in Ottawa. We're trying to offer more than one option. That's what we're doing. We're going to try it out. In the summer, the ridership is lower, and there's a lot less traffic, so buses will be able to travel to downtown very quickly. So I want the opportunity to be able to assess how this express service works, and if we see it's very popular, and if it works well during the winter, well, that's something we might consider continuing in the long term. But we want to actually gather data over the coming months, and we want to see whether it's popular and whether it works well. Thank you very much. My next question is for Mayor Sutcliffe. Mr. Sutcliffe, this express network, this express bus service, is it a way of perhaps righting the wrongs for passengers, or will there be compensation for users of line 1? Well, compensation is something that we'll talk about at the council meetings in the coming weeks. Now, for me, the Shuttle Express is an improvement. It's a service improvement for residents. We've heard it's very popular. This is something that users like. So it's an opportunity for us to improve service further. to provide an even better service for clients and to meet their needs. I think it will be popular because this is what passengers and OC Transpo clients, our customers, have been asking for.
Could you repeat that in English, please, Mayor?
Yeah, I think of this as an improvement to the service, an enhancement of service, and it demonstrates that we're listening to our customers. We heard from customers over and over again throughout the last 4 weeks that they like the express service. And so if we have an opportunity to deliver better service to customers based on their requests, their demands, then we're always going to look at that. And so I think this is a great opportunity to show our customers that we're listening and that we want to provide the best service possible. And as Renee said, provide different options to our customers.
Next, we'll go to Blair Crawford at the Ottawa Citizen.
Yes, good afternoon. I guess this question is for Madame Amilcar as well. If tomorrow morning I'm leaving Blair Station for downtown or Tunney's for downtown, and I have an option to choose either the shuttle express or the train, what's going to get me there faster? What's the best way to get downtown?
Thank you for the question. I asked exactly the same thing. Sorry, do you have it on your end? Because I forgot a little bit, but I think it's, go ahead, please try.
Yeah, no worries. Your question was from Blair to downtown?
It's a question from Blair about Blair to downtown.
Yeah. Okay. Blair to downtown. Yeah, what we're seeing with the current traffic volumes, we're seeing that the R1 Express gets to downtown in approximately 15 minutes, and the rail service would be slightly longer than that at this time due to the additional stops along the way. But your savings of about 5 minutes, approximately, taking the R1 Express.
And from the West End?
The West End, we haven't run the R1 Express before from the West End. So there's, what we're looking at there is we'll be bypassing 2 stations to get people to downtown quicker. So the saving time is not much on the West End. It'd probably be beneficial for customers to stay on the train actually from the West End, but we want to give customers options. And that's what we've been listening to our customers from, is that they want to see those options. And we want, we're running that R1 Express from the east, so we want to make sure we do it in the west as well too. So, but the savings are more significant in the east end, given just the route network that the R1 bus would have to take.
Great, thank you very much. Second question: what advantages is it to OC Transpo to run just the single train service? Are there cost savings by doing that, or are you saving wear and tear on the trains and reducing the maintenance burden with the accelerated inspections you need to do? What are the benefits of a single train service?
Thank you for the question. So the first benefit is because, this Alstom has provided a new safety note where all the axles from bogie 1 and 5 will need to be changed after 60,000 kilometers. So because of that, we want to be able to sustain the service. So we could easily today use double cars. However, we want to make sure that we will be able to maintain a level of the service with this new regime in place, because we will need to inspect those vehicles and we will more often, and we will need to change their axles. So that's why it's a good opportunity, because the ridership is not there. And again, that's why the system has been built to either use single car or double car.
And if I could just do part B of that question, to reach the 60,000 kilometers, how long is that in times under normal service per car?
6 months.
Great, thank you very much.
Maintenant, Francis Rochant de TVA.
Oui, bonjour, ma question est pour Madame Amilcar. Vous en avez parlé rapidement en début de rencontre. J'aimerais ça que vous m'expliquiez comment OC Transpo va s'adapter à l'augmentation d'achalandage lors de la rentrée prochaine.
Oui, merci beaucoup pour la question. Ben, nous, on a hâte, puis on veut que nos clients reviennent, puis on va les accueillir avec fierté à rapport de ça. Donc, dans un premier temps, on va commencer par donner 13 trains simples. Et si jamais, puis on va monitorer, bien sûr, l'achalandage. J'ai des gens qui travaillent à la salle de contrôle, qui va regarder au niveau de plateforme. On va mettre des trains prêts à être lancés, à être injectés entre des stations de manière à ce qu'on puisse faire face justement à un potentiel achalandage. Et si jamais on voit que l'achalandage est soutenu, à ce moment-là, on va revenir à des trains doubles sur les heures de pointe. De cette façon-là, ben, on sera toujours capable de faire face à l'achalandage.
C'est beau, merci.
See, and we have time for a second round of questions. So if any reporters in attendance have an additional question, please raise your hand using the function on Zoom, and we'll come to you in order. Okay. First, let's go to Avenika Anand at CBC.
Thank you. I'm just wondering exactly how many buses are being dedicated to the Shuttle Express, because we've seen 36 R1 buses over the last few weeks. I'm wondering how many will be dedicated specifically to the Shuttle Express.
Thank you very much. Approximately 7 to 10 buses.
Thank you.
And we'll go to Ted Raymond at CTV.
Is that 7 to 10 for each direction or 7 to 10 total? Sorry. Total? So,
Yes.
you know, okay. All right. My question is just to following back on the R1 para. Sorry, Troy didn't get back to me with the data. I don't know if you have it now or if you want me to get it later. Do you know approximately how many people used the R1 para while it was available?
Yeah, I can answer the question. It was less than 10 that we've seen so far for the period of time. So it was not heavily used, but it was an option that we wanted to make sure was there for our customers in case they needed it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Et Antoine Trepanier de Le Droit.
Oui, concernant ce matin, en fait, est-ce que vous avez des données sur...
Antoine Despranier, Le Droit. Do you have data on ridership for the express bus and also for the train? Thank you very much. It's a very quiet time. Ridership is quite low on the bus and on the train. Now, the person on the radio, on CBC radio, talking about the state of traffic was constantly talking about the train as well. So people realized that the train wasn't one running, but we hope now that there are more choices, that there's a bus and that the train is running again, that we'll be able to actually welcome more riders back. We've done our job and we really hope that ridership will go up. Do you have data on the number of passengers? No, we don't have that. Unfortunately, we'll be able to provide ridership figures in September only. Because we only get ridership data for the previous month. Thank you very much.
So that's it for today's news conference. Thank you very much to everyone. Merci beaucoup.
Recording stopped.